Hey there, this is Mr. Biscuits from hit podcast Roll 420. Me and Thelonious sure like to have a lot of fun, but sometimes I like to cool my paws with a little special doggy treats if you catch my drift. If you're looking for some doobie snacks for yourself, check out the fine folks at Cambiance. They've got completely legal CBD gummies for every occasion. Anxiety, energy, focus, or eating an ogre heart. Well, maybe not the last one. Check out their offers on Instagram for nationwide shipping and follow them for even more gifts and swag. Oh, I almost forgot. Use offer code BINGE10 for 10% off your order. So roll up your 420 and join us on Roll 420 or its spooky little sister, Roll 420 Nights.
Music. Hey! This is why we pay in the big bucks.
You want it different?
That's why we pay in the big bucks. If you guys are hearing us for the first time, we thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to throw us on as you're driving home from the abortion clinic. That's right. We're assuming that you listen to us after you've destroyed your wife's hope and dreams, but have solidified your pool playing career.
I feel like we have a theme going on here.
Well, I think what's really important here is just teach your kids not to be little pieces of shit, bro. If this isn't your second time listening to us,
maybe make a kid. And then,
why would I make a kid? Why would I initiate
just so you can
I can be sitting here and going,
so you can even say
my
anything.
Kid just got in trouble at school.
So you can even say.
So your idea is I should have a child to prove that I can rear a child better than other people who have had children?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Prove that you're the absolutely very best, like
His
no one
dog
ever
just
was.
tried to commit suicide.
I would like to see.
I'm gonna deal with the constant concern of my child giving sloppy toppy and just going, Sam got me. He got me good.
Yep. I would like you to tell a mechanic how to fix your car. I would like to see a mechanic. I would like to see you talk to a mechanic.
Equate a better job. Equate a better. There has to be a better to babies and cars. Like there has to be.
I don't know. The car gets sick. You're like, well, what's
what
the
has
route?
the baby done for you? Is the baby taking you somewhere?
What has this baby done?
The doctor's offices.
What has this baby done?
A lot of doctor's offices.
To Insomnia Town is where that baby is taking
pretty
you.
much.
And a baby's like a baby. If you were to put it that way, it'd be like, okay, Bryan, like bake a pie or something, like like
bake me a pie,
right? Because that's all y'all did, right? Y'all baked a pie one night. Y'all just smashed some ingredients together. Y'all did a little meat slapping, and now y'all got a pie. So if y'all want me to talk about it, be like, okay, Bryan, here's a pie. Make a pie, Bryan, and let me taste your pie. Sure, I'll make a pie. I'll do the best I can. I'll throw it together.
And then you can maybe tell me how my pie sucked.
Sure, right, if that's the case. But babies aren't pies, dog. Babies are like babies. You know what I mean? Like, they're not like pies, dog.
Why did you say it so wrong?
Because they're not like pies. Here, okay, can we... Oh, you're throwing everything off. Filler music me.
No.
I'm working on
Babies
it.
are like
it's
erector
coming.
sets.
I've got a YouTube ad. I'm trying to avoid.
Anyways, if this is your guys' second time listening to us, then your baby probably survived the abortion and is in the car with you right now, and you've made it. And we're so proud of you. Let's go ahead and start off with some Rant Corners as the guest, Jordan Macias. What we do at the beginning of the show is we do a couple of minutes of ranting.
Well, that's all we've been doing.
That's all half the time.
I was like, I'll
just
let them do this. They're doing great.
Hey,
But you get a couple minutes. You get to go ahead and rant about anything in your life. And then we get to support you by poking holes into it and complaining about how it could be a lot worse.
All right. So I was on a comedy tour up in Eureka, and I just got off stage, and my wife had called me. And while I was out of town, we're in downtown Los Angeles, and while I was up there in Northern California, my pit bull had attacked her husky and had like mangled it. It was like she had come home and there was just blood and shit everywhere.
Oh no.
Her dog was in like inches of its life. My dog, who was the pit bull who attacked her.
So I thought your dog was
yeah,
old.
This is a fucking thing, dude. This is a fucking thing.
Way.
So then
there's a whole thing.
So I'm freaking out, trying to like make sure everything's okay. She actually, it was like around midnight, and she drove her dog to like a singular 24-hour ER for dogs, like a vet, and they said that if she had waited 5 more minutes, the dog would have died. And so I'm still up in Eureka. I had one more show to do, so we did that. We got back. And
you knew about this while you're trying to do
and I knew about this. And
By
this
the
isn't
way, impressive set. It was for me one of the craziest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. It was like Jordan in Game 7, dog, with the flu. Like Jordan Macias literally was just like, game on, and he went up there and then crushed it and then got off stage. And when at one point I was yelling at everybody like, did you guys think it? And Mercedes was like, yeah, I think I did good, bro. Like, yeah, my dog is dying. Like I have dying dogs. Like I have an angry wife. You're goddamn fucking right, I did. Right? And I was like,
you're goddamn right, I did it.
But yes, it was. He was up there.
Yeah.
In the middle of it.
So I got and when she called me, I kind of knew because this wasn't the first time that they got in a fight, not to that extent.
Right.
But I knew I had promised to marry this woman. I had promised to spend the rest of my life with her, to protect her from all these things and do all these things. And I knew that I couldn't have my dog at that house anymore. Like I knew it was a thing. So I got back and I started making phone calls to shelters, and they were all like, she's either too old, she's too violent, or we're full. Or she's a pit bull. Like there was plenty of reasons why, and I called as many as I could, and I called a couple of people that I knew who were in like the scene, like John Liu of Orange County, great comedian, but he also helps volunteer at an animal shelter, and he's like, yeah, dude, like I don't know what to tell you, but it's not gonna be good. And so
damn, if John Liu, that sweet ass man, if he says that shit to you, y'all don't know John Liu, but he's the sweetest damn large Asian man I've ever met.
He is, he's such a fantastic person. I really enjoyed conversations with him. But anyway, so I took my dog out. I just gave her like the best day ever. I cooked her Wagyu beef and shit. Like she got like everything.
Damn fool.
And then I put her down on Friday, and I'm pretty confident that I cried more when I put my dog down than when I put my dad down.
But, why you gotta say it like that?
Way to double down on the sadness. Welcome to today's episode. Reevaluate everything.
So then Tuesday, I picked up a puppy from my friend because I told him what was going on. He's like, hey, dude, I got some French bulldogs, like puppies, if you want to buy one. Like, I'll give it to you for a good price. And I was like, all right. So I picked up this puppy. I got him for like 3 days. I had this fantastic white girl bag where he could like sit and chill like while I walked around with him. And 2 days ago, he fucking tried to jump out, and I tried to grab him, but he somersaulted and he hit the ground like just flat on his back, and he wasn't getting up. He started throwing up, coughing up blood. And so then we took him to the same emergency room that we
fucking
took.
Music.
Right. Let's just get deeper. Anyway, so we took him to the ER, and they're like, holy shit, this dog's fucked. We have to take him for observation. They called me back. They're like, yeah, we had to put him in an incubator. We don't know what's going to happen because we don't know exactly what's going on. He could have swallowed fluid. He could have an infection. He could have a bruised lung. So we just have to wait it out, and we might have some difficult decisions to make in a couple days. And I was like, that's tight.
Wait,
that's
they
tight.
have nothing. They have nothing
Literally,
to
like a
X-ray
week
that?
later.
No, they x-rayed and they couldn't find anything.
Well, no, I mean, like,
the lungs were inflamed. They obviously saw
Yeah.
that, but like they couldn't tell if it was inflamed because of an infection, because of fluid in the lungs, or because of a bruise.
Well, it's obviously not an infection if you drop the dog and then
Well,
it
but if
Your dog has COVID.
the fluid got in
Jesus.
and the lungs hematoma or some shit, I don't know. There's some fucking fancy words that you use. It could have got in and caused an infection.
Okay, right
Yeah.
away, like
Yeah.
that fast.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
So
yeah, it's
so
infection.
they had him
Have
on.
you
I know.
not seen Osmosis
Yeah.
Jones? Have you seen how
Bro,
quick
what a
that moves?
goddamn
Right.
film.
So yeah, they
Shout out
told me
to
that,
Osmosis
and then
Jones.
today is the first day that he actually started doing better.
Hey!
And it's,
Yeah.
it's I just find it fucking hilarious because everyone's like, oh, bad shit happens in 3, oh, bad, and so like I had to put my dog down, and then my dog, before I had to put her down, almost murdered my wife's dog. And then I got a new dog to emotionally cover up the void in my soul because of all that shit going on. And then he tried to kill himself 3 days after. So I don't know who I fucked in a past life, but I'm pretty sure it was kids.
Maybe your dad's pranking you in heaven.
Maybe. That would be not tight, but like, I mean, yeah. So it's all completely fucked. Right
well,
now.
at least whatever karmic retribution that was, you're good now for a good while.
Dude, like I'm okay with everything.
Yeah.
I'm so like my wife came home the other day. She's like, "Oh, sorry, like I was gonna do this, but I didn't do that." I was like, "Did we put any dogs down today?" Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? I don't give a fuck about anything.
We're doing great today, babe.
1,000 bear.
All the dogs are alive. We're good.
Good.
I could give zero fucks about anything that's going on right now.
This is what Tyler Durden was talking about.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I don't
His
care
name
about
was Robert
anything.
Paulson.
Like no one died. Okay.
Yeah.
We're good.
Wow, what a hell of a rant.
I'll drink to that.
Well, yeah, here's to your dog.
Here's to killing dogs and feeling better about your life.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, that's crazy. Yeah, there's no way to really poke a hole in that one. Sam tried. Sam was like, "What about science?" And you're like,
dude, I went after him. I went fucking after those vets too because they're like, "Oh, well, we don't know what's going on, so we're gonna wait." And I was like, "Fuck you!"
Tell
you're
me
not
what's
like,
wrong with my
I tried so hard. I tried so hard not to be a Karen. I was working on it, but like he was like, "Yeah, we don't know what's going on, so we're gonna wait." And I was like, "Okay, buddy. Here's what I'm gonna spell out for you. I bought this dog 3 days after I put my dog down because she almost murdered my wife's dog. This is going to happen. You guys, I don't care what you don't know. You're gonna guess and you're gonna check and you're gonna adjust like any other health profession. And I am sorry, but I'm going through a lot of shit right now. I don't want any of what you're telling me. I need answers. I need actions, and I don't think I'm asking for that much. Get to work."
And they were like, "Bet."
And they were like, "Yeah," and he was like,
and then you threw down the black platinum card, and you were like, "Wow, I don't care what it costs."
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, well, you know, the fluid in the lungs." I was like, "If there's fluid in the lungs, use a diuretic. I use an inhaler. Like, what are you guys doing?" And he's like, "Oh, well, that's a good point. They used the diuretic last night. He's getting better today."
I know I could fix the dog if I could just get in there.
I really hate that. Like, we have to be house now. Like, we're the ones who are like, okay, so there's fluid in the lungs. Can we get the fluid out? Well, yeah, we can. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you guys playing tic-tac-toe back there?
Yeah, I go to the doctor now.
Because it's a cat's game.
Yeah.
I go to the doctor now.
I couldn't stop I'm sorry. I couldn't stop myself.
No, but I go to the doctor now and I have to be the one who's like, this is what's going on and this is what I need to do and this is what I need. And they're like, okay, well, let's do some tests first. And I'm like, well, look, I'm just letting you know this is what it is. Right. And then they're like, well, blah, blah, blah. And then here we are.
Well, we need to check for us.
Yeah, you guys are basically the dudes who would do surgery on yourself if it was legal.
Well, dude, if I know how.
I 100% agree with that.
I know you and Sam would be this dude who'd be like, I got a toothache today. Time for my root canal.
Let me just pull this bitch out of my goddamn head.
I don't know about that.
Bitch out.
Antibiotics? Fuck it.
Never heard of them.
Give me the 40.
Give me the whiskey. Give me the whiskey, bitch.
Some baking soda.
Yeah, dude. And your wives would be sitting there just like, okay, like.
No, but that's retarded, man. I'm glad it's
and then
over.
we pull Vetterman up from the bench to marry one of your guys' wives, and then Vetterman's like, "Hey, hello,
hi there.
Do you like musicals? Wow, into the woods, into the woods."
That's not how that goes.
Well, you know that's
not how it goes.
That's a crazy.
But hey, quick public service announcement. There's a lot of shit that Crazy Glue can fix that you don't need to get stitches for.
Yes.
Facts.
Those are hard facts.
That's very true.
I cut myself a lot as a bartender because broken glass and shit, and I should have gone to the hospital a lot, and I just put Crazy Glue and duct tape on it and leave it for a little bit, and it's good.
Yeah, remember when the shower door broke?
You don't need surgery if you got Crazy Glue.
I mean, invented for battle.
All right, Vetterman, what do you got?
What do I got? What do I got on rants? What do I got on rants, dog? Ducks. Y'all know about ducks?
Why are you mad at ducks?
Ducks are motherfucking sons of bitches, okay? Y'all know about these ducks?
It's a mallard.
You're not even supposed to feed them bread. I feed them bread out of spite. I go down to the park and I'm like, yeah, you little fat asses, you want some bread today, motherfucker? You want some bread today, bitch?
Here's my only thing about ducks that I don't like. They have corkscrew penises.
They do. They be corkscrewing their female ducks in the cloaca.
Yeah, there's this whole
in the cloaca
smashing thing that's
right.
It's like they like to rape.
They get in there and then they come back out.
Rape, and they like to videotape other ducks giving each other slappy.
Oh yeah, dude, they're the worst.
Other ducks.
They're the worst.
You know who I hate more than ducks?
What?
Fucking geese.
Bro,
Geese are pretty wild.
they're biting asses.
Yeah, they shit all over parks.
Yeah, geese are pretty fucking
I'm about
shitty.
geese.
You like geese?
Fuck
Man,
with me, geese.
you like
You know what I mean? Like,
like
they'll
poop
come
in
up and be like, ah, and I'm like, dude, if it's gonna be you or me, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they pick up on that. They see that shit and they're like, all right.
How many?
You know
how
who I
many
like, though?
geese do you really think you could fight? Like how many?
Bro,
I'd
like
say, like-
starting at 10. Do you think you could fight 10 geese?
Yes.
Do I
10
get a running
angry
start?
geese.
10.
Do I get a
No,
running
no,
start?
no, no, no.
Well,
They
well,
they're
all right.
surrounding
All right,
you.
all right. They
okay.
surround you.
I'd say
But,
over 10, no, but 10 I
well,
could get.
I was gonna say, do they take you on one at a time, like
No,
Kung
no,
Fu
no, no,
movie
no.
style, or are they
on.
mobbing your
Hold
ass?
on. All right, you have 10 geese
Yep.
surrounding you, Kung Fu style. Each geese weighs about 10 pounds.
Yep.
And they come at you one at a time?
No, they mob
That's-
you. They are not idiots. They are geese.
All right,
They are
well, then that's not
well-prepared.
Kung
They
Fu
thought this
style.
out. They thought this
They did
out.
that flying V shit.
Yeah, dude, they're very, very smart. They're astute.
I think if it was 10 all at once,
Yeah,
I'd
I'd
get
take that.
overwhelmed.
I'd take 10. For sure.
I
don't
think if it
know.
was 10,
I
I'd get
feel like
overwhelmed.
Like, don't get me wrong, I get fucked up, but I would take 10.
No, yeah. They got
I think I'm walking away with at least
They
like a
got
broken
teeth.
bone.
they got teeth, bro.
If the geese,
No, I'm bleeding.
If they don't
Oh,
get
for
my
sure.
elbows
Yeah.
real quick, I can grab their heads real.
Yeah, but that.
Stupid-ass geese.
Wait, you
Gah, gah,
think
gah.
you can just grab the necks of geese and squeeze them with such a strength?
You gotta twirl it. You gotta twirl
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
You
but
gotta
that's
do it
like-
like
Yeah.
the dogs in fucking China
gotta-
when you
wait,
fucking
wait,
just
yeah,
swing
you-
them around
10
until they're
seconds
dead.
Wait.
That's
Wait,
10
wait, wait,
seconds
wait.
of goose.
Sam,
So
wait,
you
wait.
have 10 geese.
Hang on, wait.
You just gotta rampage
Sam,
around.
Yeah. So you're
Snatch it.
grabbing, you grab two of them by the necks, and you use their bodies to beat the
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
geese into
Yeah.
submission.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
10.
I can get behind that.
10.
I don't know.
Easy 10.
Yeah.
That still requires you to kill those two geese instantly.
Well,
and create dead weight.
Do they
Otherwise,
have
it's
to be
geese-
dead?
Think about it.
Because if they're
Think of
flailing, that
physics.
might
Think
might
of
hurt
physics.
even more when
You're
you hit
gonna
the other
hurt more
geese.
if it's dead weight. If it's dead weight, it's gonna hit way
So
harder.
what are you saying? Should we punt them?
Here's my theory, right? Like you kick the geese, right?
And punch them in the
You
air.
just start kicking
With
the
your
geese.
Crocs?
You just kick the shit out of
With
the
your
geese,
Crocs, right?
and then just start wailing on the geese. as they fly. That's all because you you start grabbing geese like that. That's like one less hand. I never want to stop.
So you grab it with one left.
I never want to stop moving on these geese. I want to put stuff on the geese. There's no other way. There's no other tactical
So
way.
you gotta grab the one with your left hand and swing him around, and then punch with your right.
You either do that or you bite one's head off. In like
Oh
one,
my God,
in
full
one
Ozzy
move.
Osbourne
I do
style?
And then those geese at that point they're like, ooh, that guy's not
Dominate.
fucking around.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of effort to do that though, because like
That's the
just to
thing.
bring it up, like you
And
have
the
to
other
like.
geese are on you.
I feel like you could just pull the neck out. Pull the neck out.
What if you
it's
what if
tapped.
you grab it by like the base of the
Yeah.
head and grab the beak and break that?
That's some Jackie Chan determination, dog.
Yeah.
You're literally talking about going in there like Steven Seagal and snapping geese's necks and being like, I'm ready for the next one.
I'm about it. I'm about it.
Good.
Fuck it, man. I don't know. I'm gonna join him.
Yeah.
Oh! There you go.
Okay, I don't know.
didn't
Just
think-
submit.
I didn't
Just
think
submit.
about that.
I'm just gonna join
I'm a
him.
geese now.
Yeah, I
I'm a
didn't think
geese
about
now.
that. All right, well, that's a good rant.
Yeah, you know.
That was weird.
Fucking ducks.
I'm about it. I'm about it.
Duck walk up to the lemonade stand, man. Says some man running the stand, hey, you got any grapes? The man says, no, we don't have grapes here. We only have lemonade. And that duck says, I fucked your wife.
Whack. My rant is that joke. I hate that joke. Fuck that joke. Fuck you. All right, my rant is, can we just stop having musical or songs singing competitions? Can I get a switch up on the music?
Musical song.
sure.
What?
Singing
The
competitions.
Voice?
I'm tired of American Idol. I'm tired of American Voice. I'm
The
tired of
Mask?
the People's Voice. I'm
The
ti-
Mask?
It's all Chinese. China covered up. And Chinese people are just taking the best singers and they're breeding them with their Chinese geniuses.
No, it was the Swedish.
Or the Swedish. Fuck the COD. But here's the newest one that really got me fucking pissed off. There's one called Alter Ego now. And what it is it's, have you seen it?
It's the one with the avatar, right?
It's people dressed up in the green suits.
Yeah.
And they get an avatar put on them and then they sing. And you judge these people and you watch this whole 3D VR.
That's what I was trying to tell you. We can do with the show the idea.
Yeah, but right, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. That's cool, right?
Right.
But
The
why are
green
you
screen.
doing singing?
I mean, it's really, I don't think that it's necessarily about singing. It's about the story behind the singer. Like, oh, I was raped as a baby. my mom is actually
and that's why I'm all
I mean,
yeah.
that's
like,
the
there's
thing.
like
They
so
always
much crazy ass backstories.
They always
like,
have those tragic backstories.
It's never
bro.
like the guy who wins is never like, oh yeah, just grew up normal.
I'm just like a normal guy.
Never easy
suburbs.
life,
Had
bro.
everything. Never had to worry about anything.
I was starting quarterback in high school.
You need a
varsity.
co-signer? Let me know. 800 credit.
I got credit, bro.
Now I got my retail license, got a wife, 2 kids,
look at me.
golden retriever. Everything's great, but I just wanted to give this a shot.
I just really wanted to try singing, bro.
That guy never fucking wins.
Never.
He's never even in line.
I want to
Never
show
even in line.
competition of everybody having the best life.
Yeah, where's my basic white man?
Yeah. Give me more rich.
No, the type of people who go on that show are the type of people who buy lottery tickets.
Yeah, well, that's me. I love that. That's a little too close to home.
Dude, my roommate bought me lottery tickets when I was 25, and I fucking hated that shit because I lost, and so he essentially just got me false hope for my birthday.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
That
but
shit
I
was
mean,
fucked up.
Cost him $5, right? that's the other side of it. Look, I get that. I'm down for like cool.
How much have you ever won from a scratch-off lottery?
None.
I think I've won maybe $20.
Yeah, 20, 100
Nothing
maybe.
more than that.
Yeah.
The only time
10,
I played,
10, 20
the only
bucks.
time I played was when my roommate got me those, and I was like, man, fuck this, I just lost, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I've only spent other people's money on scratchers.
But do you gamble, Jordan?
Nah.
I'm not a gambler.
I feel like such a. I don't like saying
Not
this
even
word. I feel
stocks?
like a simp.
You gamble stocks?
I don't have money to gamble stocks. My wife does that shit.
You can
But you know what?
pennies.
You know what's
My,
actually a better idea than stocks right now is comic books. You guys need to invest in comic books. They're so
I'm good.
so
I
like
got
the
so many comics.
yeah,
Bro,
dude,
you know
because
Pokemon
everyone,
cards
like,
are flying off the shelves?
with all these
just a
reboots. No. They're more like that one. What's that fucking girl in the Mandalorian? That Jedi. You guys know?
Oh,
you guys know?
Ahsoka
Ahsoka
Tano?
Tano.
Yeah.
She has a comic book out, and my wife bought that shit, and she's gonna get her own spin-off. So that comic book is gonna fucking shoot up as soon as that shit comes out.
Yeah,
so
she's
you guys
playing
gotta
that
start
comic
thinking
stock.
about that.
Bro, you
Like,
guys.
comic stock.
So where does she keep those comics?
She
You gotta,
don't
you
fucking worry
you
about
have
that
to
shit.
keep them in a. You have to. You gotta protect them in like a
Yeah.
sleeve and take
Yeah, where's-
care of
where's she
them.
You gotta get them graded.
What's your
Yeah.
date of birth?
What's your social
wife's
security
maiden name,
number?
dog?
What's the last 4 of your social?
What's Mrs.
The day I was born was the day that the man with the grocery bag stood in front of the tank in Tiananmen Square.
Hey-oh,
Yeah.
that's a deep cut. That's
Yeah.
a deep
That's
China
the deepest
cut.
cut
You can't
Whatever
watch this in
happened
I've
to
China.
ever heard. It's so deep.
But yeah, all right. So that's my rant. I think it's a little whack, man. I think we can do better. I think for me, for this one, it's like, oh, let's give fat, ugly people a chance, and it's like, go
No,
out.
they're all fat, ugly people.
Yeah, well, sometimes
That's what
they
I'm
get like
saying.
the pretty ones, but I don't know. It's just kind of like, are we really like? I'm down. Like, don't get me wrong. VR porn. I'm trying to bang tentacle women. Like, I'm trying to live my best life. I'm trying to be a wolf man. Trying to bang guitars and shit. Like, I'm down. But we're not at.
You
this
never
point.
bang a guitar, guys?
The world isn't ready for this. Here's what's gonna happen. People are gonna watch this show and they're gonna be like, "This is the corniest shit I've ever seen in my life. I don't want to watch this no more." And then they're gonna give up on VR, and we're gonna end up in a lawnmower man
A
situation.
shame of a life.
Where everybody makes fun of fucking 3D again and fucking, virtual reality, and we're gonna get screwed. We're gonna get sent back.
No,
20 years.
Unreal Engine 5 is coming out, and it's gonna be nuts.
The only cool thing that I've seen so far with VR were the sex-sucking machines in Japan. They got these VR sex-sucking
That's pretty
machines
cool.
with fleshlights, and you put on the VR, and the flesh-sucking machine
Oh,
starts,
it matches the porn.
and it just starts jumping on you. And then you're just like,
Jumping
you're just
on
in
you.
that 1970 hairy porn shit, and it's just like, and like, you're in it because I can forgive shitty shit on the screen if I'm getting my balls licked, dog. I've seen Fast and the Furious, bro.
So-
It's only good while you're getting head.
This podcast
Oh,
ends up
Jesus.
becoming Brian just screaming.
He's not wrong.
Every conversation you have with Brian
That's not
ends
true.
like that.
That's not true.
You're
Boo him.
screaming.
Boo this man. Boo him.
There
Boo him.
is no
Don't boo
boo.
him.
There is
Sam,
no boo.
all right, what's your rant?
It's just a sad trombone.
Trombone this man. What's your rant, Sam?
Oh, Jesus, man.
And if it's your baby, I swear to God.
Yeah, fuck babies.
I'm just kidding.
Don't fuck babies. That's
Yeah,
gross.
don't fuck babies.
That's just time.
No, man. Honestly, rants. Okay, fucking buggy software. That's literally my whole life right now. Is Blender crashing on me.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Well,
Really?
no, not really. Like, well, yeah, but that's just because you have too many polygons in this. So then you got to fucking be like, why? Blah, 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 and you.
A good Pokemon trainer only has two polygons, guys.
Porygon.
Welcome to the Pokemon Go podcast. I hate that because Adobe's
It's
going
the
to give me
best
the same
place to
situation
sign
as
for
well. It keeps on running. There's something that happens, but it hits something where it just starts freaking out, and I'm like, I spent way too much money on this goddamn machine for Adobe 2017 not to be running.
But you know
at full
what I
capacity.
noticed these last 2 days? I've been struggling on this art piece, and these last 2 days I realized I'm on the fringe of it crashing all the time. So I'm actually learning more about the software as I'm like, okay, maybe a little bit of that's a little bit too much, a little bit, pull that back. Okay, cool, we're good. All right, now it's not crashing. There was that. Why is it that? And then I figure out why, what, and then I just kind of.
It's kind of like you don't know what this is, but it's kind of like foreplay. You know, you kind of.
Oh yeah. No, I go straight to it. Fuck it. Yeah, dude, I just grab pussies. Just grabbing pussies.
It's kind of like
I'm half Italian.
Little baby conceived from hate.
I'm half Italian. Oh, hey.
No.
Baba Goop.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Especially because you pay for your.
No, Blender's free.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Blender's free for everybody. It's open source.
I thought you were paying for the classes to understand how to.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying is like fucking.
Right. Well, I pay for that, but
No,
Well,
but
no,
I also you also pay for assets and little add-ons,
Yeah.
and so like I've put money into
So
it.
it's kind of frustrating when the machine or the computer that you spent a lot of money on
Yeah.
bugs, and it's just
Out.
kind of like I know what I'm doing, I'm learning, but
Bugs.
you're not keeping up with
Yeah.
me, and it's like.
But then I do look at other people and like they're doing half the work I'm doing, and they're like, yeah, my render time's about 3 hours, and I'm like, fuck, I'm so mad about 15 minutes.
yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, I shouldn't be like, they're like, this is taking me all night, and I'm like, oh man, like 2 hours.
This is one of those rare rants that comes full circle.
Yeah.
And you're like, maybe it wasn't a rant at all.
No, but then I got DaVinci. I just got DaVinci, and I've been working on that now, just so I can do some extra shit.
DaVinci's very cool, man.
Yeah,
it's
it's a lot of fun.
good. I prefer Adobe, regardless of how much I talk shit. Adobe is the best as far as editing concerned. But DaVinci,
But I don't want to pay that monthly shit.
well, just fucking, just steal it.
Yeah, but the stolen version is not that good, and then,
It's
like,
not. Maybe that's why my shit's crashing so much. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it's- but when you get that subscription with Adobe, I was looking into it because I was thinking of doing it. Dude, they give you a lot. They have like 3D software, animation software, Photoshop, Illustrator,
the
this,
whole
that,
shebang.
like everything, and like just all their photos that you can use.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good rant as far as rants go.
But yeah, so fucking
Practical.
technology.
A practical rant.
A practical rant.
I
for the
walked away
people.
from that rant learning.
You know, I feel informed.
Yeah, because it was like dogs and then ducks, and then it was like digital sucking, and then it was like education.
In digital.
All right,
Edumishmation.
that's the end for Rant Corner. Hey!
Awkward.
Ghosts everywhere. All right, let's get into the motherfucker real quick. Today's episode is brought to you by Cambiance, CANBIANCE. You can find them on Instagram. They are the premier LA providers of CBD topicals, and CBD edibles. That's the sounds you're going to be making on the CBD. You're going to be like, and your girl's going to be like, no, get away. And you're going to be like,
Those are whippets.
she'll be like, what are you doing?
Jesus.
And you'll be like, I'm trying to spell out Cambiance. CANBIANCE.
Come on, baby. Let
Eat
me
your girl
spell
out
the
with
ad.
that Cambiance.
Let me spell the ad for you.
CANBIANCE. Make sure that you use Binge 10 at checkout. You get 10% off. I know, 10%. That's like nothing. I don't care. Just do it.
It's
do
bananas. It's something.
because we
damn
love you and you love
tax.
us. Make sure that you check out Patreon
It's
as well. If you guys want to donate, we have 3 tiers: 3, 5, and 10. 3 get you a couple really cool fucking things, a couple shout outs from us, a couple songs. We do a couple things called Da Vinci's. Just kidding. Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vincent D'Onofrio tweets.
So if you're familiar with those, hey, we might read your tweets. We might read
If your tweet is
information.
interesting enough.
No,
If
I don't
it's-
care.
No, we'll find
I
something
will
on our
find
timeline. We'll find
about
something
you,
on our
and I
timeline.
will read it about
Using-
you.
Or we'll take an awkward, or we'll find a picture of them.
You
and
could
zoom
get
in
an
on their
NPC
face.
character at Roll 420s, which
Hey.
means you can party with us at Dungeons and Dragons. You could also, get a reading, from Dr. Alex. He's not a soothsayer or anything. He's just a guy who is very spiritual and he knows about things. So maybe he could help you out with the murder. I mean, not the murder. I'm not supposed to talk about the murder.
Not about the murder, dog.
You can always make sure to check out us on YouTube as well. That's Binge on this channel. If you guys have any issues or any concerns, you can email us at bingeonthischannel@gmail.com, guys. So make sure that you check all those things out. That's our kind of midway plug. What time are we at? Perfect.
We are-
Damn, I knew how to nail that.
We are
right,
at
guys.
halfway.
Real good, guys. All right.
So current events.
Current events. Yeah, what do you got on the plate?
Well, today the stock market took kind of a shit.
You're goddamn
Oh my
right
God,
it
did it?
Yeah, it sucks.
I don't know.
Hey-o.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the studio, Nick Bradfield. Take a seat.
Swapping out for Jordan.
Swapping out for Jordan. More chairs.
Yes.
Hit him with the with.
Welcome, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Big Dick Bradfield.
Big Dick Bradfield.
Hello.
Hey.
What's
Was
up?
not expecting it. I'm supposed to speaking to this mic, right?
No, this one.
No, will this one not
No, God damn it.
work? Okay.
Don't confuse.
This is why you don't ask questions.
Don't
Yeah, give a smart ass answer.
boy. Don't confuse the boy.
Come on, group.
What's
God
up,
bless
Bradfield?
you.
Not much.
Ladies and gentlemen, another member of the Gauntlet, LA's premier
What's up, man?
comedy
I'm Sam.
team.
Hi, Sam. I'm
More
Nick.
Nice to meet you.
chairs.
Apparently, I swapped out for you. Sorry about that.
No, you're good,
He's in
dude.
for a
No,
second.
come here. You're good. You're good.
Just move.
No,
gotta
you
sit on his lap.
scooch. You scoot
I
over.
scooch. How am I supposed to?
You
God
scoot
damn,
over.
hold
And then
this.
Spreading over here.
Hold
Because
this.
Jordan has to pee, so we, whatever works. But y'all are sharing that mic.
All right.
So y'all are gonna
No,
double team.
no. Come on in. Come on in.
Come here, Bradfield. Come here. So Bradfield
Come
and
on
Jordan
in.
More Chairs
Oh
are
God.
the members of our comedy troupe out in Los Angeles, California, the Gauntlet. We are right now 5 comedians who work together as a team to try and build a stronger foundation. And we haven't had a chance to actually sit down with the boys and, let them talk and let them explain who they are. So in an effort to be a little bit more inclusive to our comedian friends, since Sam is leaving me soon, we're going to introduce you
I'm
guys.
just 5 hours away.
Just 5. Like I'm going to try.
45-minute plane ride.
Ew, 45
breaks
minutes.
right here.
Hey, who doesn't think that 45 minutes is tough? So we're gonna start off with Nick Bradfield real quick.
Good old Nick Bradfield.
He's just gonna
Hello.
introduce himself and he's gonna do a quick rant.
Little quick rant for the people.
Quick rant.
Do you have a rant for the week, Nick Bradfield?
A rant for the week. I
Yeah.
didn't prepare anything.
Nothing.
Oh.
Anything
at
aggravates
all.
you more than extra this week?
Anything aggravate me?
Anything.
Well, one thing, I
What
have a.
gets you aggro?
Well, should I introduce myself first?
Put this back.
Right.
Well, we've just said
No,
your name.
dude,
a
just
bunch.
fucking say your
Hop
fucking
in,
rant.
Well,
dog.
my name is Nick
Hop
Bradfield.
in. What's
All
your
right.
rant? Hop
Okay,
in.
my rant is this is off the cuff, but I have a roommate who's like over 65, and I usually drive him to pick up EBT meals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I know, but lately he's like apparently the internet's been out in his room, and he's expecting me to drive him multiple places throughout the day. It's like, oh, can you also get me to the AT&T store? Oh, I also need to get over to Verizon, and he's expecting me all these different things. He's like my Miss Daisy. Like I'm driving Miss Daisy.
I
Is
like
he paying gas at least?
No, but when we pick up food from his EBT, like he shares it with me, so
Yeah.
I get some food out of it.
Like what kind of food though?
Start a fight between AT&T and Verizon?
I don't know. Look, he just says drive me to these places. I'm like, I got nothing else to do. Fine.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's a crazy rant, dude. So how you said they're 65? No, he can have his.
So you're not gonna probably
Okay.
say anything to the guy and just keep doing this?
Hmm?
You-
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh, you told him? Oh, you're cool with it?
Well, no, it's like, I understand. I can't drive you every place, everywhere at the drop of a hat, dude. And he's like, yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I guess he
Let's
just got
make
too
love.
I
comfortable.
love how he's like, oh, this gets me so aggravated, but he's like, yeah, I can drive you around. It's fine.
I know. Yeah.
Well, Bradfield's generally a good
He's such a good guy.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
such a good guy.
The things I'll do for food. You know what I'm saying?
Things
Oh
you'll
Jesus
do.
Christ!
Yeah, what kind of food?
A true struggling comedian. Yeah, what
It's
kind of
usually
food?
like
It's an
canned
old guy,
goods.
so it's Marie Callender's.
it's all like it's all
canned
like white.
foods or
It's
like,
all like chicken.
frozen microwave dinners and shit, like the cheap stuff.
It's all like chicken pot pies.
Dinosaur
and shit.
McNugget.
I haven't gotten
Yeah.
dinosaur nuggets.
All
I
right,
wish.
Well, let's go ahead and start with Jordan real quick. Jordan, just introduce yourself, where you're from, kind of your comedy. Let's say, I guess comedy hero. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which we think we know who it is already. But comedy hero. And
Sprechen Sie
then,
Hero, Deutsch.
Yeah, and then just talk a little bit about how long you've been doing it and why you do comedy.
All right.
But look at the camera.
But look at the camera.
Yeah, not straight at the camera though.
Not straight at the camera.
No, I'm just kidding.
So
No, I
like,
mean your
was
face.
I like
Look
side-
at the
So
camera.
like side
Side eye of the camera.
Look,
Okay.
but don't look.
Fucking look at me, camera. I actually decided to get into comedy when I got furloughed during the pandemic. I walked
What'd
away.
you do? What'd you work? What was your work?
I'm a bartender at
What's your name?
downtown. We already fucking went over that guy. But yeah, because they came in after they shut the city down, they're like, go home. And I was like, tight. Okay,
Nice.
cool. Day off. But like I was walking away and I went home and I told my wife, I was like, I think I need a new job. And she was like, well, why? And I was like, well, because I just got fired, 1. But 2, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I feel like a sociopath because I have like no emotions towards this. And I want a job that I can like enjoy and love and put passion into. And it's just not here. And that's when I decided I wanted to do stand-up comedy because it seemed like something that was challenging. It's something that's creative. It's something that I would like. And it's an art form. So like you can never stop progressing. Like you'll never hit a ceiling. And that's why I went to do it. I think I started either in November or October of last year. So I'm coming up on my my first year.
Hey.
Nice. Congrats.
5.
And
You get a chip?
I hope so. Like I already have the other ones from AA. Fuck it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're also 10 years sober, right?
Yeah.
So you're 10 years sober. You were
No,
like
not 10.
Sam,
I'm not 10 years sober.
You're
I'm
like
not 10
from
years
Cheers.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, call me Sam.
Yeah. Sam.
Anyway,
Sam was sober.
Yeah, he was.
yeah, he didn't drink.
Yeah, the bartender
Yeah.
was sober,
Oh,
remember?
okay.
Yeah.
I never
No,
watched yours.
he's Sam, he's Norm.
Hey, we're doing that 70s show. We already talked about
Yeah, we already
that.
talked about
Yeah.
that. So,
But
But
yeah.
we can't do both?
God damn it, stop. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm coming up on my first year. It's going really well. I started off trying to have just being a big old ball of energy, and it didn't work out. I took a month off in December, and I was just trying to figure it out, and I just stripped everything down, and I went, okay, I'm just going to live and die by my material and the tempo in which I deliver it. And as soon as I started doing that, everything fell into place. And then I had more room to play with different dimensions of the comedy, and now I'm kind of adding stuff to my set and taking stuff out, and it's really fun playing with it and kind of just going completely on a tempo that just makes it that much better, luring the crowd into a nice deep tempo that then you could just talk about dick pics with your mom. Yeah.
Who's your comedy idol?
Yes. I mean, there's a few. I actually, my dad was into comedy when I was growing up. One of my favorite sets I've ever seen in my life was Bill Cosby himself
Yes.
on VHS.
That one's still great.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with that too. I
That
had the same
shit,
thing in my
I
house.
just could not believe it. Every time I watched it, I was like, it's just so effortless for this guy. It's incredible.
He was
And
in a
then-
conversation.
Yeah, and with my dad being older, he showed me Stephen Wright, who's another guy who's just insane in terms of how effortless he makes everything look. And I really got into Mitch Hedberg when I was in junior high, and everything kind of spun off from there. And that's probably my go-to guy, Mitch. Most iconic, most memorable. I got this tattoo of a cactus because I think about his hard-to-reach plants joke. Why would you make your plants so hard to reach? That seems so very mean. In the meantime, before they invent something else, just think like a cactus.
Classic.
Yeah,
Classic, Mitch.
yeah.
Hey, Breakfast Club this shit. Why am I just talking about to hit this? Ask him a question. Be a good... Why are you grabbing? Why lean into it? It's like
Okay.
fucking leaned up. Fucking
Okay.
Now his lips are on the mic.
I'm
we're back to
so
Rant
out of
Corner.
my...
We're back to Rant
Just-
Corner.
What question do you have about Jordan?
Hang on to that. I'll just fuck Bradfield. I'll take
Well,
this.
we were mesmerized
and we'll
with the
share.
story. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. We
I'm
just got
so intrigued. I'll never forget, man. Because when I was young, the first comedy thing I had was Chocolate Cake for Breakfast by Bill Cosby.
Okay.
You guys know that one?
Yeah.
That was himself.
That
That
was
was, that's
Breakfast.
called
Yeah.
Bill Cosby himself.
Breakfast.
Yeah, that's the entire thing. But yeah,
That is
great.
Yeah.
Give us
It's
the
chocolate
chocolate
cake.
You guys should be comedians.
And then
We try.
when they go to the dentist,
All
and he's
right,
all
fine. I'll ask a fucking good
Yeah,
question.
the dentist is a good one.
Yeah, he's all-
Yeah.
Why are you guys pulling on the motherfucking? Just lean into the goddamn bowl of spaghetti. Lean into the spaghetti. Don't
Never.
bring the bowl. Don't bring the bowl
All right,
to you.
all
Lean
right.
in.
I will say
all
I'm
right.
following Zach's
Stop following Zach. He
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm
know what he's
realizing that's
doing.
the mistake.
That's why he's on the keys.
You guys are doing great.
Hey Jordan, do you think if you hadn't been a bartender, you would have been a comedian? If you hadn't been
I
doing
think
what you
so.
were doing at that point?
I think it was
'Cause
always.
you used to do music, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
had a band and everything.
Yeah. I just like doing creative stuff. I was a little artist when I was a kid, and I used to write books and stuff when I was a kid, and as much as I would read. And I just always liked doing creative stuff. Comedy always kind of called to me, but I think that I was so mentally incapable of so many things when I was younger because of all the shit that I was dealing with. I wasn't capable of admitting to myself that I wanted to be a comedian. I just wasn't there. And so it wasn't necessarily like, you know, I had to be play music, I had to be a bartender, I had to do this, I had to do that. In order to be a comedian, I had to get to the right age to be a comedian. Like no matter what route I would have taken, I think that I would have ended up wanting to be a comedian.
It feels like you just came out.
That's an interesting perspective on it. Yeah, like it's like coming out as a comedian.
Literally.
You're like mid-30s.
But I mean, for me, like as from what I was going through, like I felt like such a piece of shit and so worthless and incapable of deserving something like that.
Yeah.
Like that was just like my entire, it's a terrible mentality to consider at this age, knowing what I know now. But at that age, I didn't feel like I deserved it. I felt like if I would tell people that I would be ridiculed and told not to do that. And
what do you got to say?
The crazy part is, as soon as I told people like, hey dude, I'm fucking going for this and I'm going to fucking do it, everyone was like, you should have fucking done that a long time ago.
Yeah.
You're damn right.
Yeah. So it was really fucking nice to.
It's kind of like when you come
that.
out in your game, people were like, "We knew."
Literally,
We all
literally,
knew. We
yeah.
all
That's
knew
what everyone
all
said.
Mom,
Yeah.
I'm a comedian. Honey, I know.
Yeah.
I've known, babe.
Yeah, everyone was like,
We all
dude,
know,
as
honey."
soon as we saw you give your eulogy about your dad at his funeral, we were like, he should be a comedian. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, that was one of the turning.
That was
moments,
that was
I
one of the
think
turning
you told
points
me about.
because like I was going into it. My mom asked me to say something, and like I remember walking up, my Uncle Bob was like, "Did you write anything?" And I was like, "Nah." He's like, "I didn't think you would." And then I went up and I did. I mean, I won over a crowd at a funeral, not too bad, one way or the other. And then after the funeral at the reception, like I think I had like 15 to 20 people come up, be like, "You need to do like comedy or something." And that was kind of one of the things that kind of, when my wife said like I want to move to LA, I was like, okay, let's do that.
I remember talking to your cousin when we were in Eureka, and I was just telling him, you know.
Yeah, it was his dad, Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob?
Yep, Uncle Bob.
Yeah, I was talking to your cousin, and your cousin, you know, we were talking, and I was like, you know, what I respect the most about it is he, you know, just doubles down and just goes 100%. And your cousin was like, well, yeah, he's always been like that, you know. Baseball, he said he wanted to do it. He went out and did baseball. Wanted to learn how to play guitar. He wanted to go out and do guitar. You know, he wanted to do that. He was like, so it's no surprise that when he said he wanted to be a comedian, like he went out and he doubled that comedian. To me, it's an interesting point because Sam is kind of in that way when I speak to him in that regard, because when I first moved in with Sam, you know, he was, you know, everything, and there was this like,
wasn't I building Transformers?
he was building Transformers.
Like
He was like, I want to build a transformer that glows. And I was like, why? And he was like, because. And I was like, that's weird. And then he did it. And then he was like, okay,
I
I'm
learned how to
done.
solder.
And then he was like, I'm going to go and get really big, because Sam had gotten really big beforehand. And like, because he was going up and down with his weight, and he was on stuff and off stuff. And then like, but he was like, yeah, I used to be really big. And I'd be like, that's bullshit, right? Because you hear somebody and they're like, yo, I used to be really big. And they're like, prove it. And you're like, well, you know. But Sam whips out these fucking photos, and he's all bull HGH down. And he's like, "Ugh." And he's like, yeah. And I was like, why'd you do it? And he said, because. And I was like,
That's weird.
So it's like one of those
Just
things
'cause.
that to me, and because Sam, you know, he did art when he was a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like he never, but if Sam
What do you
was,
mean I did art as a kid? This is my fucking life. My whole livelihood has been.
if
I'm
Sam
a
had,
fucking
like-
He
tattooist
used to
for the
do
last-
art. He still does, but he used to too.
if Sam had
There you go.
an older brother who like, or someone who, or let's say his dad, who was like a DEA guy and like hunted down motherfuckers and was like a bad dude, but was like a little older when he was born, so it wasn't like you couldn't go out and like really, but if you had like someone who had introduced you to sports or something, Sam would be the type of dude who'd be like, yo, I'm just gonna do basketball, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that and that. So I remember when I found Jordan, I was talking to Jordan, I really considered like, hey,
Found you.
I did find him, and he was all Ned Flanders out in front of Fry's, and he
Dude, just wait till the winter. It's coming
he
back.
didn't show any of his tats, right? Like there was a period where he would show up without any of his tats, and he looked like Ned Flanders.
He'd
And his
show up
hair-
without his tats.
Yeah, he
he
cover
would
it
leave
all.
him at
Just
home.
leave him at home.
Yeah, bro. Those
And I was like,
fake.
I was
What are
like,
you
look at
talking
this
about?
guy, and he would like go up and he's doing thing, and then one day he like took off his shirt and he's decked, bro, in tats. We were like, oh, this guy's weird. Like, I was like, this guy's a fucking weird dude. And so like when we got into it and we were talking and you know everything sort of evolved as it stood. You know, at the end of the day, that type of energy is very reminiscent amongst any of y'all. And
Well,
so,
I think it's the creative energy. Like, you know, I want to go do that.
no. There's a
I'm gonna
difference
do that.
between being creative and then doing it. Like,
Well,
like
right, but like,
I've
But you
seen
won't do it
1,000
without that creative energy to push you into it to begin
Yeah,
with, is what
yeah.
Sam's saying, I think.
All right, now
Yeah,
he's
or
gonna
whatever.
he's not wrong. You
Yeah.
can agree with Bradfield.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah.
wrong. You can agree with
I'm
Bradfield.
totally agreeing with him.
I mean, I would consider
I'm agreeing with you,
it-
Sam.
dude, we're
best friends, dude. Did we just become best friends? Jordan, where would you like to see yourself as far as your overall end-all goal?
I want to be a comedian who makes enough money to rub it in my wife's face because she's super rich, and I want to put it back.
So the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be the big one.
I don't want to be famous. Really, I want to make money. Like, it's not about. I don't want like to be like out and about. And people
because I was gonna say $1,000. You could chuck it at her. That hurts.
Yeah, dude. That's fucking.
How about you?
Yeah.
It doesn't take that much money to.
That's what happened with my puppy. I was actually throwing at her and I missed.
Yeah, right. And then fall off the back.
That dog was $3,500, so I thought that would make sense. But anyway.
God damn. I'd be yelling at the vets too.
Yeah.
Wait, your boy cut you a deal?
Yeah, dude. Those things are like
He's
$8.
like, oh shit, your dog died?
Yeah.
Here's a deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock $500 off your $3,500 French bulldog, cause I know you're suffering, cause I know you're going through it right now, cause I know one of them little caskets costs $500.
I know it'd be hard for you, brother. I'll cut
That'd be
you
an
a
adorable
deal.
little casket, though.
Oh, well, I'd like that, man. And then, what is one of the best moments that you've had as a comedian so far?
I mean, for sure, Eureka at Sirens, when I came through, that felt really good to do that.
Yeah.
To be able to perform like that in the midst of all that fucking puppy chaos and everything. That felt really, really nice. Another time, like when I used to play baseball, I used to get like performance anxiety. I didn't know that I had performance anxiety, but like I could throw like 90. I was like, I could huck. I was pretty good back in the day. I was left-handed, had a sick curveball. Nice. I was kind of tight, but I couldn't do it in a game because everyone was looking at me and I was expected to do good. And so I always had that thing where it was like, you have to do good, and then I would suck. And so I did a show with Adam Richmond a few months ago in Oceanside, and I was like, all right, dude, like, here we go. Like, I got to fucking do it. And it was at this really tight comedy spot. I think it was Candy's Comedy in Pacific Beach. And it was like 100 or so people. And he was like, when do you want to go? And I was like, put me anywhere. I'm going to fucking kill it. And I just kept saying that. I didn't believe it, but I was like, I'm just going to say this until maybe it happens one day. And so, yeah,
you gotta say it to make it happen,
right.
baby.
And so I went up. I actually got put in front. I got right next to the headliner. So I was right before the headliner. And I got up and I fucking did a good job. I don't know. I think close to killing it, but not entirely killing it. I would give myself like a B- plus, right in the middle there.
Pat yourself on the back.
B.
Yeah, A B,
Yeah.
a solid,
A B.
a solid B.
Well said, like a
Yeah.
C student. Fucking coward. You'll get your turn.
Yeah. So I did really good there, and it was really nice to be able to tell myself I was gonna do something and just fucking do it and
Very
just
cool.
and do a good job at it, and that was something that was kind of like a good stepping stone for like the next time and the next time, because like when I got to Eureka and I did okay, like the next day I was like, it's gotta happen today, like I have to put it on, and I have like all this shit going on, and I was like, well, it's gonna fucking happen or it isn't. And I was like, even if I did just okay at Sirens, if I just did like a C minus, that still would have been an A to me because of all things considered. And so I was like, that's all I have to do. And as soon as I thought that, like I got up on stage and was like, I got it.
But you basically had best set of the night, baby.
Yeah. It was all right.
Before you go, now that you're going anywhere, before we
Yeah.
switch over to this fucking jackal, what would you tell your 10-year-old you, and what would you like to tell 60-year-old you?
Dude, that's fucked. 10-year-old me?
Do you have any questions?
Uh,
Did you forget how to do this job?
I'm
You're not used to having things talk back to you.
What are people? I just
You're
have
just used to babies. Sam used to be Cronkite over here. He used to be like,
Okay.
do you know when you think about? But now
I
he's
don't
dead
know.
inside.
Yeah, I'm
like
totally.
Cronkite.
But
dead
yeah,
inside.
what would you?
10-year-old me, I'd tell him it gets better. I'd for sure be able to tell him that. I'd tell him to relax. Bad things happen. You fail, and it's okay. Just good luck. I mean, have fun with the drugs because you're gonna do them whether I tell you to do them.
Invest
or
in
not.
Google.
Yeah, invest in Bitcoin for sure.
Yeah.
60-year-old me, dude, I think I'd be able to look at him and be like, yo, dude, like I'm at the sick part right now. Like I'm at the part where I get to enjoy like life. Like I have a lot of things going for me. I'm working hard towards something. I have a great relationship. Like I have a dog that like tries to kill himself, but he's probably gonna be okay now. Yeah, like I remember when I graduated high school, I was talking to my brother because he was still in high school. He's like, "Oh, how's it like being graduated and all that shit?" And I was like, "Fool, I think honestly, being like in the summer between out of high school and into college is like the sweet spot of the baseball bat, man. Like you hit dingers with those." But I think I was wrong, and I think it's now. And it's really nice to know that every time that I look around, I'm like, "Oh, I got a little bit older. Like it's a little bit better." So like,
Well said.
Wait, how old are you?
32 on a good day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when I started feeling really hopeful.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah.
25.
Wasn't that around the
37.
time
I'm
you
37 right now, so I'm starting to feel that other end of the curve.
You're,
I'm
you're
like,
at
wait
that
a
end of
second.
the hill.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, so I guess it's all the same.
Around the time when we met, maybe? I'm just kidding, dog. Well, Jordan Macias, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. That Gauntlet profile. I'm gonna switch up whatever this is because the next guy up is whatever this is, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Big Dick Bradfield, introduce yourself and careful, stop. You
Sorry. I lean into the spaghetti.
lean into the spaghetti.
That's right. I will not touch this mic.
Motherfuckers. All right,
I'm
Nick
very new to this.
Nick Big Dick Bradfield.
Hello.
Heyo.
Heyo.
So introduce yourself. Where are you from? Who's
name
your
is-
comedy? Who's your comedy idol?
Let's see. My name is Nick Bradfield. Nick Big Dick Bradfield. If
Atta
these guys,
boy.
if these guys like to
Yeah.
put. Okay. What are all these? I'm really curious. We got a laugh track.
Press them. You can press
Yeah,
them.
get ready for that one.
Yeah. It's like a Twilight Zone type. Very, that was very. Yeah.
And then there's a whole other list.
There's a whole
Okay,
other
that's
one.
great. That's great.
Hold on.
We don't need it.
There's a whole other fucking thing.
Let's see. I am from the town of San Pedro, California. Grew up out there. And biggest comedy hero is a couple. I think one that's been on my mind most recently was Norm.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Norm
All right.
Macdonald.
Yeah, it was. I've been watching so many of his clips.
Norm. Hey.
Hey, you know, yeah, it was weird. Yeah, that I love Norm. There's no one else like him, and that's just he has such an awkward voice, but he's able to use it in such a way that he's very articulate, very rehearsed, I just love everything about Norm.
It's so easy too. It's almost like he's like sitting in a rocking chair while he's telling everything.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. So
Like even
yeah,
like in
it
his
was at the
30s,
grocery
he
store,
talked like
and
a
yeah.
rambling old
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, but it's nice and
Yeah.
easy, nice and gentle, and then like he just gives you all the good stuff.
There's
Yeah.
gems in
And he
there.
has,
There's little
like,
gems that flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like such long setups for just dumb punchlines. And he
Right.
just has the balls to go on late night and do those kind of things.
Well, apparently, so I just heard what's his face, Conan, talk about that, and he didn't know that he was supposed to be out there that long. And after break, before break, they were like, "Oh, you got another 7 minutes or whatever," and so he thought that one joke or whatever, and instead of just saying a joke, he just like
Just
elongated
stretched it out.
Yeah. Old.
So
Yeah.
with him being like your favorite, do you try to add certain elements of his act into your stuff, or like what's like your favorite takeaways that you like to apply to your own comedy?
Oh, let's see. I think just how he uses his voice is the thing. I think at first I was.
That was you 5 years ago.
Okay.
On your toes, skinny.
Are you calling me
Jordan asking
skinny?
the
Oh no, you're calling
question?
Jordan skinny. Okay.
I was
I'm about
like,
to be
that
very
was you.
confused.
At your prime, before you lost it all.
It's like you're looking at your old wife and your new
ex-wife
mistress.
over here.
Jesus Christ.
We have a very happy relationship.
But back to that. Norm is someone who could use a pause really well, and that's one
Yeah.
thing I really wanted to master. Just like being able to hold it for the right amount of time, letting it build up.
Even when
yeah.
you're eating shit.
Yeah, there was a Norm quote I saw. It was just after he passed, but it was so brilliant. And it was like, comedy is all about surprises and the unexpected. If you go on stage expecting to make people laugh and they don't, it's a surprise. That's funny. It's just such a weird way to look into it like that.
Yeah.
You know, like through the looking glass. You know, just seeing every way of your joke, every way of the material, every way of your performance at a different angle.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's something that Norm was able to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a comedic trait, like the ability to turn a joke over so many different times and add so many different, little salt and pepper
Yeah,
here.
if you don't know, if it doesn't feel like it's going well, take it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
When
Right.
did you know you wanted to be a comedian, Brad?
Well, I think I first wanted to be a comedian. Didn't know I would ever be one. Was in college because I spent my whole life like doing theater in high school, ever since middle school, ever since fucking elementary school. Just rehearsing theater and then doing improv as well. Are we high-fiving for
Improv.
theater and improv?
I was improv, guys. I'm sorry.
He yes-anded. You're on the right
Do
track
you
there.
feel like you were a little more prepared for comedy because of your background in theater and improvisation?
Part of it. I think.
Part of it?
Yeah, because
Which parts?
the writing the joke part and like doing it multiple times. But it's, I guess, the improvisation part of it that
Uh-huh.
is like, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Uh-huh.
Where it's like, I think some people go into this being really good at making it up on the spot when they're just themselves on stage. And other people, like Bryan, I think
That
is a lot
fucking
better.
guy right there.
Yeah.
That fucking guy.
I've been telling that guy to fucking memorize a joke for so long.
Dude, me too.
So
We're-
long.
Like,
hey,
dude, just try it.
We are wearing him down,
Because,
dude.
like, dude,
we
you
are
have
wearing
jokes.
his ass down.
Yeah.
Now we're
Anyway.
all yelling at him. Perfect.
Yes.
Nah, it's okay.
He's so hard-headed.
What happened?
Nothing. It's
Oh.
reminding us that
He's trying to get out of here. He's like, fuck you guys.
No. I'm just checking as far as. No,
Yeah.
no,
we're
just double checking. Fuck y'all. Bradfield,
Yeah.
do you ever feel like you have it on all the time? Do you think that's something as far as your brain, the way it moves? Like, do you have an incessant need to crack the first joke? And where do you think that stems from?
Well, I don't think I'm
Kinda
like
direct.
on. I don't feel like I am on 24/7. I'm usually on if it's just a genuinely good atmosphere.
Right.
It's like, hey, this is a great time for a joke. But it's like,
Yeah.
if I'm in an atmosphere that's not calling for it, I will not be doing jokes. Like,
Yeah.
I
Here-
do turn it off.
Here is happiness. I would like to add to that.
Yeah,
happiness.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
yeah. But
What's
I guess a part
interesting
of
to
that,
me about that is
go
like
ahead.
it's the same level of dedication Jordan has to when he wants to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like as far as like when it's like, hey, I want to do this. And at the end of the day, it's like you want to be funny. And that type of dedication, whether it bleeds out every now and then or it like, is what it is, it's like it's the very same type of determination. Because when I've seen you go up and you just do it, bop, 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 over and over and over and over again. And like that's the repetition that how people get big and strong, you know what I mean? It's like whether you have a good day or a bad day, it's like you do it in the same way. Yeah. So I feel like if you had done the same thing where let's say you had someone who'd been like, let's go play baseball. You're always like someone who's like, hey, let's go and play soccer. Like, let's go and do this. And like if there had been, I think, someone who had done that same thing with like another thing, like I think you would have taken to baseball just as well, and I think you would have taken to like wrestling just as well, or musically become inclined.
So
just
basically,
as
what you're
well.
saying is like if you put your mind to it, you would have done well.
Well, it's sort of like what Jordan was saying too. It's like,
But it's so rare to find that, is what I'm saying.
That people
Yeah.
actually
If
do.
I had
A lot of people don't do shit.
that commit. If I had a nickel for every time somebody came to me and talked bullshit and didn't do it, and the reason why I think is because this guy doesn't really generally take much of, and I think it's important for you guys to have this conversation here with me as well, because a lot of what I do comes from this guy in the sense of just like there isn't much to be tolerated. When I first moved in with Sam, I was just a piece of shit. And
well,
like,
yeah, he was like a fucking wild animal.
We were
that
both-
I found
he
like
was.
and
He
like
always
Sam was
a wild
fucking
animal.
no,
broken.
he was fucking.
Like, and we were there alone in this empty fucking house, like, and we were just fucking broken. But like Sam, when he's broken, like when the chips are fucking down, like he's like, I'm not gonna do this anymore.
I was like Sylvester Stallone. I fucking was like, hey.
And he was like, I'm done. And then I learned, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I get up 8 times, I fall 10. I don't know.
But the thing is, it's not just talking. Like then the next thing I wake up the next morning and he's just fucking deadlifting from 6 a.m. Goes, works out, eats his eggs white, does Transformers.
I broke up with the
does
girl,
his thing,
guys. I mean,
does
that's
this.
what you do. I had to break
But
up.
it's that type of stuff right there that I saw when I was a broken man, where I was just like, whoa. I was like, there are people out here who really put their fucking.
Well, I was also like, hey, I'm gonna write a script, and I wrote scripts. And then I was like,
when
hey,
we
I'm gonna
said,
build a
hey, we're
transformer.
gonna
I built
move
a
out,
transformer.
he was like, okay, we're going to learn how to write scripts. And we were like, okay, bet. And to me, I'm like, okay, well, if you're going to do it, then I'm going to do it because I'm going to try and be better than you at it. That's at the end of the day, all I want to do is like but I remember once
Really?
Sam
I thought it was a team effort. Damn.
I
That's
always
what I always thought.
They
it's like
same
we build
thing.
each other
They
up.
think the same
Are
thing.
LA.
But that's not
Are
it.
LA. Get the hell out.
Never. I was always looking at your back. I was always like, this is where I need to be at. Like, this is the level of commitment to anything
so gay.
I could wish I could have in my life. And that's
The reason
only
Robin always stood
reason.
behind Batman.
Exactly. Not just because he had a tight ass. Because at the end of the day, Robin just wants to be Batman. Like, and he just wants
Like
to
he's
be.
gonna inherit Wayne Manor. When,
Exactly.
Batman fakes his death.
So, like, at one point or another, like, it's so fascinating to me to see that level of within you guys, and it's like reminiscent of being like, oh man, okay, like now
we are
really
motivated
in
people,
it.
guys.
Like we're here.
Yeah,
We're
like,
so
But
motivated.
it's also sort of what Jordan was saying. I was like, once you find your rhythm and you find your jokes, you stick by your material because like I worked this out. This works.
Right.
Yeah, and just sticking by it, and
Well, to me, like, all right, so I don't really do, okay, from someone who's not doing stand-up and going around doing stand-up, the only time I've ever done any kind of stand-up, it was a performance art piece at the end of high school that was like this whole thing, and my whole shit fell apart, and they were like, what are you going to do? And I was like, I got a mic, and so I did stand-up and basically was like critiquing everybody, and I got laughs and everything like that. That was like my only
sympathy
time.
laugh.
No, like, I was essentially the
laugh is
teacher.
a laugh.
Real good ones, bro. Real good
laugh
ones.
is the laugh.
No, I was just like, I remember thinking like, oh shit, like I wasn't trying. Basically, my teacher said, just don't make fun of us, and I was like, I'm not gonna make fun of you guys, but like,
you
this
just
is
critique
weird.
them, which is a very polite making fun of.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So, so that was my only introduction, other than like being a huge fan of it. But like watching stand-up comedians and listening to all the podcasts and knowing all about it and everything like that, it's interesting to watch you guys and talking about the craft. And I'm a painter, so when I hear it, I'm just like, okay. So it's pretty much like when you're trying to craft a joke. It's literally like when I'm in the middle of a painting and like, this thing is garbage, but I see it, but it's garbage. This is, but like I got to pull this out. Then you massage it and you work it and push and pull. Is it good? And you show someone, they're like, yeah, but what the fuck is up with that? And they're like, I know. All right. I knew that. And then that's essentially, it's all artwork. It's the same thing. It's just that you guys just do.
Yeah, absolutely. I could totally see that. And like, as you were saying, when you have it in your mind, but it's like the way I'm presenting it, it's just wrong. I need to twist it somehow, and you get that that help from your other painters or other comedians. It's like, guys, this is so at a point. It's like on the tip of my tongue. How can I make this funny? And you work together to find
Not
that
this
end
guy.
goal.
This guy will fucking.
That's not true. That's
No,
not true.
no.
Why would if you weren't being a comedian, what would you be? If it wasn't something in the arts, what would you end
If
up
it wasn't
saying?
something in the arts,
Yeah.
I have fucking no clue. Honestly, I have to do something in the arts because I'm doing theater or doing improv or doing stand-up. I love them all so much, and it's like,
Well, here's
even
my
when
next
I was working
question.
shitty jobs, that's what kept me going because like I'm gonna get off this job and I'm gonna be able to go do that.
But
it was
this-
when I was doing that I could work two fucking jobs.
But this is my next question. This is
Yeah.
a business too. Like I'm dealing with the same thing. Like trying to sell artwork. You guys are trying to sell your jokes, pretty much. Sell yourselves. You guys are the company. You're the image. And so like that's an interesting part too. Like everyone talks about like, yeah, this is how you just got to grind and do this, but no one really talks about like, well, am I a corporate entity? What am I? Am I an LLC? How am I? How much do I get paid? When do I start getting paid? Especially as people who just start off. Like, how long does that take?
You're asking the wrong guys, brother.
Yeah,
But honestly, like sorry for interrupting,
go
but
ahead.
I don't look at it like, oh, I need to get paid for this. I look at this like, if I work hard enough, if I work harder than everyone around me, it's not going to matter. It's going to happen.
Right.
I'm going to work my ass off, and someone's going to come and say, I want to offer you this much for what
But
you
you-
offer.
you need to-
And then I'm going to say, fuck you.
version
I
of
put in
tattooing.
way more work than what that's worth.
Right, but you still at the end of the day need to know how to handle any of that.
Right, but as an apprentice tattooer, all you're focusing on is learning how to.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
You're not too worried
we're
about opening a
focused,
store or
yeah.
anything. You're
Right.
literally
and we're not
in
getting
the-
regularly paid, but we are getting paid at some point.
Yeah.
And I think it's important
But I'm
to
still
look back at
still
the year.
pricing tattoos as
Yeah.
an apprentice.
It's
Like I'm
important
still
to look back in the year and like how much did I make? Okay, this show, and this show, and like okay, I had
You're an
maybe
apprentice?
10 or 11 shows.
No, I've been
No,
tattooed
he's
last
a
year.
tattooer.
I've been
dude.
tattooed a long time.
Did you want to? Oh, you haven't.
No.
He has.
Oh,
He
hey.
left Arizona to come out here with me to fucking write
Hey,
scripts, bro.
If you want a mini machine, I have a Louis Vuitton mini tattoo machine.
Oh, he's giving
Nice.
that druggy
Yeah.
tattoo life up for.
Well, I'm still
for-
tattooing.
Oh.
Yeah.
She won't let me come
still
over.
doing
'cause
drugs.
she's scared of.
No, she's like, come over. Just
Shut your ass.
I gotta.
down.
We'll
I
talk
mean-
after. I got some things.
okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not looking to get a tattoo machine right
Coward.
now, but I'll look.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Bradfield, what would you tell your 10-year-old self you and the 60-year-old self you?
Let's see. 10-year-old me, I would show him my Instagram page and say, "Do better than this." Like, I think that would just motivate him from an even younger age.
I think it just blow his mind at your
Yeah,
phone.
I know exactly that too.
Yeah.
You're like, well, what is that?
He's
And
like, it's on the
this is the
MySpace.
future.
you'd be swiping through the X videos and the X hamsters and all the Pornhub and be like, wait, hold on. Don't let it look like this. What would you tell 60-year-old you?
What should I do now that will make my body hurt less when I'm your age?
That's what you would tell him?
Or I can ask him something, right?
No.
No,
What
I have
would
to
you-
tell him
What
something?
would you tell your
when I
older
think about
Like,
I would
what should
probably
I
just be
avoid?
asking
Tell him
him-
that. What should I avoid?
Why would you ask that idiot anything? Kids don't know shit.
Well, yeah, but if he figured out from his mistakes, I can go back and not make those mistakes.
That's an interesting answer, though.
I think,
But
right?
that's what he thought.
Just go back and tell your younger self to get fucking swole. bro.
Yeah, what would you tell
Yes.
what would you tell your 60-year-old self?
Oh, that not a right answer?
What would you tell your 60-year-old self?
60.
Yeah, I know.
The older version of it.
He just said it.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
we just
60
went through it,
years.
I
right?
know, yeah, I'd be like, I think I'm doing really good right now.
Hell yeah. See? There you go.
Okay.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
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 Thank you.
It's not that
I thought what I
hard.
said before that was more profound,
I
but
thought so.
okay.
Yeah, I know. You
Thank
just
you,
went
Sam.
through this.
Yeah.
We just had a deja
I didn't
vu.
hear what he said. Well, guys, let's give it up for the other part of the Gauntlet, Jordan Macias. Where can they find you? Where can they find you, Jordan?
At Jordan More Chairs Comedy.
Go make him famous. Where can they find you, Nick Bradfield?
Oh, no, just Jordan More Chairs. I'm not funny.
Where can they find you?
They can find me at Wacky Shack 360
That's-
on Instagram.
Yeah, and you and I also have some stuff in the works right now for some review of some old movies, man.
Yeah.
It's called Nick Flicks and Chill, guys.
so
Nick
I know
Flicks and Chill,
I
ladies
sent
and
you,
gentlemen.
I think, 3 episodes. You still have them, right?
I have them.
Okay, good. Because my laptop, the keyboard thing is in the shop right now.
Well,
so it
we
might
might
get wiped.
we might just
So if
have you come here every Tuesday, and we'll run
right.
that one, run a couple of stuff like that. But
Yeah, okay.
But thank you, boys, for being on today, man. It's
Thank
been
you.
great. Let's go down the line. Where can they find you, Zach Veteran?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on Instagram at comedy_hazard. Look out, I might be making a YouTube channel soon.
Hey, trying to monetize. Where can they find you, Sam?
They could find me everywhere, but you could find me at _Sam of All Trades. That's Instagram, and my new website's on there. Check it out. It's
Yep.
in the bio.
Very cool.
Nice.
You guys can find me on Instagram at TheReal, REEL_Bryan TV. You can find us on YouTube at Binge on this channel. You can find us on Patreon at Binge on this channel. You can find us on Twitter at Binge on_this, baby. You can find us basically anywhere by simply typing in Binge on this, and especially anywhere you find podcasts such as Sam of All Trades, Roll 420s, Happy News with Perry Kurtz, Roll 420s again, Nights, because there's a Nights version, baby. Sacred Circle. You can find Reading Ronin, baby. You can find Nick Flicks and Chill. Sick ass
Timing, baby.
Every now and then the
That's going
spaghetti
to
sticks,
happen.
baby. Every now and then. And guys, of course, if you want to support us other than just liking and sharing, you can check us out on Patreon at Binge on this channel. I know
Please.
I've mentioned it, but please go check it out. For just $3 a day, you can keep me and Nick fed and fat and happy. But you can also make sure that these guys get covered in tattoos, and you can also make sure that Veteran learns how to use the goddamn machine better simply by donating money on a monthly basis, guys. Just remember that, as always, remember to love each other, to stay safe,
Love each
and
other.
to dream the dream of 1,000 dreams.
Dream it, baby.
Dream.
Oh my God.
Impossible dream.
Dreaming the
What's your sign off, Veteran?
My sign off. Keep it cool, you cucumbers.
A, B, C, D, F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z backwards Z Y W V Q M L N N Q R Z A W V A